There he is. The poor himself. A little banana boat.
I have to do this, or it's a real weird angle I have to get at. Otherwise the paddles just hit my knee. Are you filming this?
I might
Oh,
be.
wow.
I'm hoping there might be 250 quid in it for me. Oh Christ, have I got to get in it now?
I can't do you sitting in the front of that because I think that's going to be a bit low in the water.
Yeah.
Messing about on the river. Phosphorescence chugging away. It's a nice shot of flow. Here comes Mivy into the harbour, into the pontoon. Ah, see, he's done exactly what I did. He's not got his fender, he's not got his bloody fenders out.
I'm about to win in the game of boats today because I have brought along just the flag of all flags.
A small birdie.
Just a small, just a subtle hint of Cornishness. Oh, God. Here she goes. Here she goes. Right up top.
FOBUC.
Oh. Thank God. We win. We win.
Pretty good, isn't it? Excellent. Just as a quick demonstration of how high the tides are at the minute, you can see, look, where we managed to moor up in the back of the van. Oh, here we are. Tills has packed the interior of the boat and done an awesome job, Tills. So where is everything?
So once you go in,
Uh-huh.
there's Dad's bed here,
Yeah.
and we've got the charging unit here,
Oh, got the juicings on the radio.
and all our food is in this cupboard.
All our food's
here,
in that cupboard,
and
yeah.
all the things in there, and then in this cupboard,
Yeah.
we have Dad's beer,
Well, surely there's more than that in that cupboard.
and other things.
I haven't got that much beer.
And then in here we have our suitcases,
Yeah,
our
there's all.
towels,
That's our wardrobe up there.
our extra bags, and Dad's toolkit.
Yeah.
And then our sink here, and navigation map.
Sink and maps, lovely. And all the books are somewhere, aren't they?
Yeah, all our books are here and
Up
under
there.
here.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely. And now we're about to set off. We're going to go up to Tremaine Quay and find somewhere, go out for a bit of a sail, and then go up to Tremaine Quay for a barbecue, eh? What fun. Right, should we go and have a quick tour around the Juson's boat?
Yeah.
All right, tell them we're coming.
We're coming over to your boat. I repeat, we're coming over to your boat. Over.
Here's old Mother Juson fussing about her boat, look.
Fussing, fussing, fussing.
Here's Luce and little Jakey sat there, ready for a nice weekend. Now, what's going on? Now, Sam, Radio Sam is going to give us a little tour of what's going on inside, look, and where everything's gone, all right? No, I'll hold it. You introduce it and point everything out. There we go.
The bed.
So whose bed is that one?
Oh, well, Dad.
Okay, Dad's bed, yeah.
That's Mum.
That's Mum's bed over there. Table. Where's all the
That's me and Tom's bedroom.
Tom's bed up the front? You two are sleeping. You've got lamps up there, books up there.
Radio's there.
Look at all that food. You've got storage. You've got storage galore in yours, haven't you?
Painting there.
Painting there. Painting? Oh yeah, look, you've got a painting there. Look, you've got art in there and everything. Room for art. Brilliant, look at that. Well, I think we should go and find Tremaine Quay now then, don't you?
Let's go.
Are we going to go to Tremaine? Or
No, we go for a
Be
sail.
on Scouts.
Okay.
Right, say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. We started the day's sail from Port Navis Yacht Club, where we motored out into the Helford Sound channel, and then we beat all the way up out of the Helford until we were off St Anthony's Head, and we were going to go into St Anthony, but we didn't really have time. We decided as it was getting late and we wanted to get a fire going, we'd sail all the way back down to Tremaine Quay, where we had some fun on the inflatables and the kayaks. Watches! No, yeah, you might do in a minute. Be a good man dog overboard exercise. Francis 26. Give us a wave, loose. Job, job.
Tremaine Quay has turned into the outward bound centre for the Bowens and the Dewsons, with rafting up on on inflatables, with the boats moored up at the side of the quay. Absolutely fantastic. Fire going. Hammock over there, and someone else's tent, so they haven't arrived yet. Never mind.
Are you filming?
Yeah, and Jamie's filming me.
Hey, does this mean?
Watching you.
Does-
Watching me, watching you.
So on Sunday morning we tidied up, had some breakfast and fettled the boats a little bit, and then set sail across the Falmouth estuary and up the Fal to Smuggler's Moorings, which are right up past Mylor. We had an interesting sail across Falmouth Bay. The wind was easterly and right on the nose coming out, so we couldn't get the sails up until we were sort of in the mouth of the Helford, and it was pretty choppy. But then we had a fantastic sail all down the Fal, and a cracking day really, all in all. Here we are, it's Sunday morning down on Tremaine Quay. Both boats sat looking very rested. Sammy paddling around out there. What a lovely little spot to spend the night, really nice.
I'm a bit wet. Not that.
You're a bit wet.
No, not that wet. Not very wet. The only reason why I'm wet is my leg kept on hitting the side of it.
All right. There's Tills on the tiller, conquering her fears. How are you feeling about it, Tills?
A bit scared.
Bit scared, but doing really well. Really well. It's got the hang of steering. What course are you pointing at? 8, is it? 80 degrees we're headed. We're coming out of the Helford, and we're going to bear across over to Falmouth. And there's lots of little windy, choppy waves because the tide's going out and the wind's coming in. So we're just going up and down a little like a nodding donkey, isn't it, Tills? Like a nodding donkey. But there's not too much waves, there's no swell, so I think when we get out around the headland it'll be nice and calm again. Plenty of sailing boats out there. Should be a good day's sail, hopefully. Here we are, passing St Mawes Castle, and we're on a nice broad reach. Oh, kettle's spoiling it. Tills has found a favourite spot up the front there. Happy, happy, happy. So we're it's not raining yet, but the rain is forecast to come in quite badly from lunchtime onwards. So we're staying on a pontoon tonight, which is good. So we can all have showers and use the toilet and everything. And it's at a place called Smugglers. So we're headed down there now. Sorry, I just had to turn the kettle off. So we're headed down there. I've just turned it off. So we're going to head down there and get on the pontoon before the rain starts, and then we're going to go over to the Pandora tonight. Might get a bit wet going over there. We'll have to put all our waterproofs on. Chug up the river. Now we're going along lovely. We're just coming up to the corner around to the Smugglers. There's the Pandora over there. And we've just got a lift of wind, and it was just fantastic. We sort of touched 5 knots and we were heeling right over, weren't we, Tills?
Yep.
Excellent.
And all the bugs fell.
It's dropped it out, all the mugs fell off inside and everything. It was brilliant. In fact, I think the Dewsons are just getting that same lift, probably. If I saw them, look, they're heeling over a bit now. That's them over there. Doesn't that look a pretty sight? Gaffer on the horizon there. But when you get that lift of wind, when it suddenly picks you up and you go, it's just such a wonderful feeling, isn't it? You like it, Tills? Enjoying yourself so far today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite cold.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of
And quite
dancing though. We've been
windy.
listening to a lot of 21 Pilots, haven't we?
Yeah. And the Beatles.
And the Beatles. We had a session of the Beatles.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, we'll have to pick some more music. Oh, and we had all that Happy. We had some, and what was the other one?
Bill.
Bill Withers and Pharrell Williams, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been good on the old DJing. Here you can see all the, we're right up the Fal now, and these are all the mussel beds. So underneath all these pots, all these old containers, are ropes with mussels growing on them. And they pull them all up, sell them to Tesco's. Actually, these are Falmouth ones, posh ones, probably sell them in Sainsbury's and Waitrose. Right on! Jake is very excited. I think he wants to come on this boat. Oh, he nearly went over then. Jakey! See if I can ride it. Me too. What's that game called when people look around and you have to creep up? Yeah, we're leaving the Smugglers. What's it called? Smugglers Retreat? Smugglers. Smugglers. We're leaving Smugglers behind. And we're leaving Floresca behind. And we're going off down to the Pandora for dinner, so it's not all bad, is it? Oh yeah, there's someone up at the slipway there. So we're all aboard. Movie here, that.
We're going to go down past the... there's no pub up there, up that creek or anything then.
The Pandora Inn's a fantastic pub. It's up the Restronggate Creek and they have a pontoon out in front of it so you can more ride up and walk straight into the pub. Although it does dry out, so you have to be a bit careful of the tides, but it all just fell right for us. The skies cleared, and by the time we came out there was a tapestry going on in the heavens above us. And we got back to Smugglers and moored up again at the pontoon there, and we could see phosphorescence in the water. There were garfish being chased by bass. You could hear fish turning in the water, and everything went mad. It was fantastic. Here we are.
Give me a shout when you finish, George.
Here we are, late at night, and we're looking into the water here. You won't see this, but there's garfish swimming around this pad of weed down here, and they're being chased or pursued by some larger fish that look a bit like mullet, but I don't think they can be.
Doing your commentator thing.
Maybe bass or
Jamie,
something.
you trying to do some David Attenborough?
Yeah, I saw that.
Who said that, Mr. Tiger? Yeah. So we've got
David
lights. They seem to
Attenborough.
like the lights, and they seem to like the garfish. And Kurt's rigged up a. Basically, this looks like a brush handle with four hooks on the end.
You just got a bite.
Got a bite again.
Let's get Tilly. Let's keep it on the...
We're hoping that if we stay here long enough, we'll hook something, and then we'll all be able to have a big old breakfast.
I have the best.
So after a fantastic, if late night at the Smugglers' Moorings, we got up and had a leisurely breakfast, cooked some fish, and ate like kings, and then we sailed off down the River Fal and around the corner past Fiocc and past the corner where we went for dinner the previous night, and then down Carrick Roads with a really good wind
We were cracking along, had a fantastic morning sail. I lost a jib sheet, had to do a quick circle there, 360 to regain it, and then sailed into St Mawes, where we struggled to find visitors' moorings, but called the St Mawes Harbour Master on the VHF, and finally picked up a mooring.
Morning view. Just heading off from Smuggler's Mooring down to St Mawes for a mooch for lunch. Pretty beautiful, with herons and phosphorescence last night in the water, which was pretty amazing. And where's Captain Kurt? Captain Kurt with Jamie and Tilly behind. Lovely jubbly. Oh, and Jakey Jew. There we go.
And there's Mivy, looking fantastic, coming round in St Mawes. Look at that, eh? So we had a fantastic mooch around in St Mawes, nice lunch, and Lucy went up to the fort with Jake, gave him a walk, and then we set off back to Mylor. We had a cracking sail. To my mind, it was the best of the holiday. The wind was fantastic. I had Tilly and Sammy on board and we were flying along. We had a really, really good sail. The only problem was, as we came round the corner into St Mawes, I tried to roll away the jib and it got stuck. Luckily, I managed to let it fly and get onto a mooring and get it all cleared up before motoring back over to the pontoon for the night. We had a lovely pizza dinner in Castaways and they even let Jake come in. Tuesday saw a big day's sailing. We set off from St Mawes. I faffed on a lot of the morning trying to get my autopilot to work. It didn't work and everyone had cold showers. And then we set off down the River Fal again, out through Carrick Roads, down to the mouth of the Fal, which was a fantastic sail again. But once we got to the mouth of the Fal, it was blowing pretty hard and we could see that we were going to have a pretty tough beat across Falmouth Bay. So we tucked in behind the headland, took a reef and set off across the bay, where we put in, a good few tacks, beat away towards windward, and the waves were pretty choppy and short. And looking back on it, it was fun. At the time, it was not the most fun sailing, although it was a good sense of accomplishment when we got back. The kids weathered it really, really well. Everyone seemed to get on all right. And then we hove to a little bit in the mouth of the Helford and did a bit of fishing. And then the day was ticking on a bit, so we headed up the Fal. Everyone was getting a bit peckish and needed a break, so we pulled over. Lucy took Jake over to the beach there, and we moored up. It was lovely on an anchor. And then as evening came, we headed on down through the main moorings on the Helford there, back towards Tremaine Quay, thinking that we would moor up there for the night. Unfortunately, the tide wasn't there, so we poodled up the river a bit and waited till we could get near to Tremaine Quay. But some other boats beat us to it, so we decided that we'd head round to Scots Quay instead, where we had an absolutely wonderful night.
And here we have Flortesca with Captain Jamie and first mate Tilly.
Look at that beauty, look, sailing into Falmouth Harbour. We're just in the mouth of the harbour between Pendennis and St Mawes. And look at that, I think that's Endeavour. I think I've seen pictures of it yesterday.
Are you doing a Facebook Live?
Yeah, no. St Mawes ferry, look, is trying to get as close to it as it can.
Whoa.
And we're heeling over and we've just caught some wind, but that is just an amazing... We alright? I'm missing that boat, that's good. Look at that, that is just superb, isn't it? Absolutely. Yeah. Taking a video, my bird. How cool is that? Crank right over, you can see what a good wind we've got today. What does it say on the back? It's not Endeavour, is it? It says Willow something or other. Wow. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to concentrate on sailing.
We're about to fall over.
Scott's Quay was absolutely lovely, and we had a lovely time there. But it was time to go. We had to get back to Port Navis and get on the moorings because Lucy had an early start, and Tilly and I had some decisions to make as to whether we were going to sail back to Plymouth or we were going to go back on the train, and I would come and get the boat later.
Well done, Phil. It's dusk now. What time is it, Chelsea? Eh? No, actually, we want to head down that way a bit more. I think through that way. I think it must be 9. Oh yeah, I've got my watch. It's 9:30. So it's actually darker than it looks. We had a good night, haven't we, Tels? What do we have? A bit of veggie curry and some mackerel that we caught.
Yep.
Lovely. Well, here comes Mivy steaming on through, look. Choo choo! Choo choo! Right on.
So Tills and I had a good chat, and Tilly was sad that the sailing holiday was over, so I suggested that we sail up to Foy for the day and then see what happened and maybe get the sail up to Plymouth the day after. So we set off across the bay, and the wind and tide were perfect. We made such good progress that we decided to carry on right up to Plymouth. So we set off from the Helford at 8 in the morning, and we headed across the bay, and by the time we got to where we'd have to turn off for Foy, it was really early in the day, so we just carried on. We saw some dolphins and a bait ball, which you'll see soon, and then sailed round Rame Head and into Plymouth, down through the Sound, and finally got onto our mooring at about 5:10 in the evening. So we had a cracking sail.
I don't know if you can see this, but there's just a ton of birds smashing into the sea here. I'm just shooting a quick video to them. And they're just diving. There must be a school of fish underneath. There's gannets galore. I've never seen so many gannets in one place. And there's dolphins. Tills, sit up. You'll see some fins over there, look. The dolphins have come to feed as well. See there? There they are. There, just right next to the bows. Next to the bow of the boat. There he comes. Can you see him? Coming over. Here are the dolphins. Yeah, look at that, Tills. Whoa! Where'd they gone? There they are. Wow! Look at that, Tills. Dolphins and gannets. Where are they off to now, I wonder? There they are. They're on this side now. Some of them. Don't fall over, you hang on. Keep hanging on, alright? Tills? They're behind us, look. Come back in here. Come back in here, Tills. There, in front of you. See him? There. There he is. 2 of them down there. 3, 4. Do you want to film them, Tills?
I'm scared I'm gonna drop them.
There they are.
They're in off now.
I think they're going off a bit now. Wow! I did wonder if all those fish would attract dolphins. There they go. Bye bye, dolphin.
Bye bye.
Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, there's right one there. It's still there.
Behind us then, briefly. Yeah, give us the phone then, Tills. And now come back carefully, won't you? Well, I hope you've got some of that on video. What about that, eh, Tills? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? What do you think of that? You're going back to sleep now, fair enough. Hell of a day's motor sailing. It's well, actually we sailed quite a lot early on, but we did have the motor on and we were touching 7 knots at times with, I guess, a knot of tide behind us and doing 4 knots with the motor and the sails. Cracking progress today. We've done really, really well. Just tuckered some of the crew out though, I'll show you what I mean.